Hi everybody, Mike's here for the bonus Tai Chi tip of the week, which is, I can barely get it out of my mouth, but bonus Tai Chi tip of the week is about how much do I need to bend my knees in Tai Chi, okay? In Western exercise, a lot of the times it's constantly being pushed to go a little bit lower. When you're on a squat rack and you're going, they want you to go all the way down so you can maximize your gains as you come all the way up, which is fine, but Tai Chi is not the same, okay? So we got to get our minds away from what we have perceived of what most exercise is telling us to do and kind of hone in on what Tai Chi is telling us to do because they are completely different things, okay? So when we bend our knees in Tai Chi, all right, we want to make sure that we start by putting our foot to the corner. Whatever knee you're going to bend, you're going to put your foot to the corner and you bend your knees a little bit and you put your other foot out, okay? Now, that's easy, but I need a prop for this because you're like, well, you just said bend your knees. How much do you need to bend your knees? Great question, okay? And I'm going to use a prop for that, okay? So when I'm here like this, I'm going to turn my foot to the corner, all right, just like I did, and I'm going to put this right in front of my big toe. This is like a long staff or a stick, okay? And then I bend my knees just until my knee touches that staff, okay? That's as much as my knee bends. That's as far as my big toe. And then I stick my foot out. But you might be saying that I don't really feel that at all. That's okay. Your leg is strong. Our legs are used to carrying us around. You might be saying that's perfect. That's all I really want to bend anyways. Okay? So this way that your knee is lined up with your big toe. It's not bent over your big toe. You're in the perfect step. Now, how do we get there? Okay? And this is important when you're doing the postures. When we break it down in the warm-ups and the rooting, it's easy because you can kind of see yourself in the mirror, and there's not too much going on except for shifting your weight or taking your step out, okay? So let's say I'm doing hold the ball, okay? Pretend my hands are doing hold the ball. I'm in my cat stance. My staff is here. My knee is perfectly bent, all right? Now, my whole body is still as I circle the foot out to the heel, all right? That way, when I shift my weight forward and part the horse's mane and shift my weight back, my knee goes right back to where it was, okay? Now, watch this. If I take too big of a step, I'm going to move this. I'm going to take too big of a step where I move forward and then I shift and I'm in a nice deep lunge stance or forward stance. This feels good, but when I shift the weight back, look how far my knee is, okay? My knee is all the way over my big toe. I'd say probably about 6 inches over that big toe. And if you practice like that and you do that all the time, you're going to develop bad knees, all right? I'm going to try to prevent that from happening by constantly reminding you. They used to call me Broken Record Salito, okay? So I want you to make sure when you're taking your steps, you're not going too far, okay? And when you're bending your knees, you're not trying to get down into these low stances. That hurts right there, okay? So there's a difference between low stances and Tai Chi and Kung Fu. One thing you can always do is, if you're doing your postures, all right, and I'm here like this, if I get my cat stance and I'm at my hold the ball, I look down at my toe, make sure that my knee is just covering it, or I can see a little bit of that big toe, and that way I know that I'm in the perfect stance. I know that I'm not bending too much. I'm not putting my knee out of position. Everything is lined up through the hip. My quadricep in my leg is still getting work, all right? And you might be saying, well, I don't feel that. I want to get a better workout. Try holding that for 2 minutes, just like that, okay? Maybe read a magazine, watch a book. You'll start realizing that just holding it a little bit is really just activating your muscles, okay? We're not trying to get a full body workout within one posture. But if you do that over 24 postures, you're going to start feeling it in your legs. I promise you that. Or if you do it over 108 postures or 72 in the sword, it's going to be a lot of good leg strengthening, okay? A lot of people want to speed up the results of Tai Chi, and it's impossible. You just have to train. You have to train correctly and smart so you don't injure yourself, so you can continue to train. It's one of those things that's constantly pushing, it's constantly refining, constantly getting better, okay? So the topic of today for the bonus tip is how low do we bend our knees? Thank you very much, guys. If I could talk today, this will be a lot easier. Thank you very much. I'll see you soon. 3, 2, 1.